are underway in Buffalo. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his first look is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air, Allen has his man. It's Shakir. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times.
And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Morris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down.
Nice job. Nice patience right there. Put him on the right side. Let him work his way across. Put the ball in his hands and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On 1st down, Allen. And Davis with it left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And again, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from capturing the lead. good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Third and 2, Herbert.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
56, 56. Alert, alert, alert. All 52. Half 85, half 85.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 33 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Running on first down, Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. After one, 14-6 our score. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have cut the lead back down to 2. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run the counter with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Right back to Davis. It's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Up the middle with Eckler. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A give. Eckler running to the right. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Herbert.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice eat.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Look out! Alert!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Gabriel Davis
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. It's Eckler again. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Five wide. Monday. Alert!
Allen now looks to throw.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cook up the gut. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Allen. And that is caught. It's Davis.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down.
And the Bills will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Eckler now between the tackles, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, Eckler.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
On second down, Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
Big Sebastian Joseph Day there on the stop.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Alert, alert, alert!
They run it again with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Up the middle, it's Cook.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown.
Reggie Gilliam
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Once more, here's Eckler. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running on first down, Eckler. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
121 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Cook following the penalty. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try the middle with Cook. And some room to maneuver. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll give to Cook on the read option.
Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. One last throw here for Herbert. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's